Do you want to turn the recording off until people get here?
As if you think I know how to do that.
Oh, it doesn't really matter.
I see it.
Okay, good. Yeah, I usually turn it off as people are coming in because who knows what we'll talk about.
Did I do it?
Huh?
Did I pause it?
Oh, good. Thank you. So it is 4:01 p.m. and the meeting has just started. And we have Elaine Palaio, Christine Benvenuto, Margolin, sorry, I'm always reading things off of this, Sam Spisiak, Ann Brigham, and Barbara Bigelow.
Hang on.
And a guest is coming on.
Annie and Jessica just got here too.
Oh, and here's Jessica is just here. Great. And so Annie, oh, hello, Jessica. And then Annie will be joining very shortly as a guest. Hi. So Christine Robinson cannot be here today. She's having some car problems. So I think this is everybody. Sam has gotten us on and it will be getting us on and off the Zoom today because I have a meeting right at 5 p.m. and I want to leave a few minutes before. So we have quite a full agenda. We may whip through it, in which case it's a non-event, but I didn't want to be cutting us short if we're talking about something having to do with a vote. And now I'll do the thing that I'm always so proud of when I remember, which is the minutes. And do we have anyone want to move to accept the minutes?
So moved.
Okay, and second? Okay, and all those in favor, raise your hand. Okay, great.
I will abstain because I wasn't here.
Okay, thank you.
Same for me. And Anne, I'm sorry, could I have your last name for the minutes for today?
Oh, you're muted. Yeah, there we go.
Sorry. My last name's Gagliardi. I don't know how to change it on this thing. So
Okay.
I can
So
spell
it's Gagliardi, is that right? Okay, great. Okay. Yeah, sometimes my last name never comes up for some reason. And then Anne, I sent Anne the correction on Tom's last name. I don't know if you saw
Barbara,
that.
I did just see that, but Christine had asked me to send them to her because she was forwarding them. So I think
yeah, sorry, go ahead.
no, I just think I think that ship has sailed.
Oh, okay, that's fine. I don't think it's a big deal. We have.
Oh, I don't know. Christine can tell us.
I don't send it till we approve it.
Oh,
So,
okay.
I can go into it
Yeah.
and change it.
Okay.
But you should send me, Barbara, the correct spelling.
Okay. You need it, did you say?
Well, I'll forward it to Christine, Barbara.
Okay.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Thanks, Anne.
The system has changed. So Grace or it's probably always been the same, but Grace always submitted them to my town government. And now we got these videos sent to us about how to do things. And one of them was how to submit the minutes through my town government. So I will do that for the time being. And then as we talk about later in the meeting about a new secretary, then we can get that figured out. So Annie, first, I just want to say thank you so much for coming. I know you've expressed some interest in the committee and coming and seeing what a meeting is like. Seems like a really great way to explore that. And Sam, I know Sam knows you better than I do. I've seen you each year, which I've always appreciated at the turkey trot, because you're always there on Friday nights helping to set up. Always a busy time.
Yeah, so Annie is a parent at the elementary school, and she has kids in my kids' class. So we're good pals. And she just did a marathon. I'll brag for you. And she's really
Which
active.
one?
It was called the Fly to Pie Marathon. It was in northern Vermont.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah.
Yay. Sorry, Sam, for interrupting, but it's just that,
I was just
that's a big deal.
The activities. So that's why I was coaxing her over here.
The whole first part of what you said got garbled a bit.
I was saying that her family always does fun outdoorsy activities.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I was trying to coax her over.
To coax her. All right. Well, we'll all work on coaxing. Hopefully, just like I said, you'll get a sense of the meeting and what
Um,
people do. So the next thing on our agenda is the basketball. And Sam, I don't, if you can kind of take that.
Yeah, can you guys hear me though, or no?
Yeah.
Now we can. You
Now
were a
you
little
can?
verbal before, yeah.
Okay, well, Andy's interested in coaching, similar structure to soccer. I would think maybe February. Yeah, maybe late January or February, and
Mhm.
just do 6 weeks again. But I would want help with getting in and out of the gym if that's a possibility, and if the school's okay with it. But it would just be like Sunday morning, same thing, 9 to 10, 6 weeks, but basketball. And I saw, Barbara, that you budgeted for it, but I'd want to ask the school if we could use their basketballs instead of
Perfect.
buying more. That seems silly to do. So
Okay.
I don't think we need money
You
for
Okay.
might
it.
need money, you might need money to pay for the rental of the school.
Okay.
Right.
The
Yeah, it's
gym.
very minimal, but they
Yeah.
do like
Yep.
to have that paid.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember,
Um,
like $10, something like
Yeah.
that. It's not very much at all. So
Yeah.
that
Okay.
would be if it's 6 sessions, that's $60.
$60. Okay.
Yeah.
I could
So
offer to help. Oh, sorry. I could offer to help open the school and close the school. I'm not sure if I'd be available every Sunday, but I could definitely put it on my calendar for that.
okay.
Then the school should take off the $10 because, no, I'm just kidding.
I think the next thing I'll do is I'll talk to the school. That'll be my next plan, and see if they're open to us being in there and using the equipment.
Mhm. When we did the pickleball in there, they let one of the people, well, it was me, I had the key. Actually, I think someone else did as well. So we were able to get in and out of the building, and they showed us the code and everything. So chances are they'll do the same for you. I mean, they didn't know me from Adam,
Yeah.
as the expression goes.
I have the key because I work here, so I can,
Right.
that would be a
Great.
issue. Yep.
Perfect. Okay. Yeah, I did find I had to go through a query testing if I was going to have the access to the school. So if you haven't already done that, they would make you do that. And I will say I'm very alarm phobic. And the first time I had to close up, there was no one else there, just me and this alarm blinking at me. So I did what it said on my piece of paper, and I went outside, closed the door, and still everything was blinking. So I thought the best thing to do is to get in the car and drive very fast away from there. And that's what I did. And it turned out I did everything right. So it was okay. I just didn't want the state police coming, at least not with me there. So I can share anxiety about alarms with anybody or with the best of them. Okay, so it sounds like there isn't really anything we need to do about basketball right now. And, Andy will be kind of helping with that. That's great.
Okay.
Okay, Shutesbury Geology. I don't know if you got a chance, you might not have, because I just sent it, the information about the event this coming Saturday. We have got not one, not two, but 3 geologists coming to lead this event. Al Werner, who's a resident of Shutesbury, was the original person. Elaine, thank you. You got us and me in touch with him. And then he suggested his friend Stevie Dunn. And then I can't remember the woman's name now, but there are 3 people.
Claire Plus.
Oh, Claire
Claire
Plus, thank you so
Plus.
much.
Mhm.
So Al is an expert in erratics, which are basically, I just love the idea of erratic rocks. This doesn't need to go in the minutes, because I just think of the rock acting erratic as opposed to it being an erratic, because I never thought of erratic as a noun before. So all these rocks behaving erratically in Shutesbury. Anyway, so that's his area of expertise. And they're rocks that have been picked up by a glacier, say down in the Caribbean or something. It got carried all the way up here, by which point the ice is melted enough that it drops the rock. And so this rock, which is from a completely different part of the world, ends up in our backyard, literally. And then there's an outcropping that we're going to go to. And Stevie Dunn, that's his area of expertise. And then Claire is kind of, her focus is on, I can't remember, I didn't understand any of the words that she used, so I can't really describe what she does. So I'll be asking that. But her focus does seem to be on preparing things for research. So she gets rocks. She knows a lot about how to get the rocks ready to look at and compare with other rocks. So it will be a really interesting event. And anybody here who'd like to come, just, send me an email so I'll know to expect you. And off we go. At this point, I think we have 19 people coming.
I would
Um,
like to be there.
Oh, great. Okay, we're going to be meeting at 9:30 behind the town hall because we have to carpool.
Yep.
So, yeah, so that's fantastic. It's 9:50. I'm sorry, I said 9:30. I meant 9:50. So, and if anyone else decides you'd like to come, just let me know. Everybody, that's one of the benefits, Annie, of being on the committee is you get to come. So, Jessica, I saw a hand waving.
Yeah,
Oh.
I would love to come. I responded to the email when it was first sent out, but I don't
Oh,
know if
okay.
I'm on the list of like people or rec committee members that are interested, but I
I
would love
didn't-
to be there.
Oh my God, I'm sorry. You know what? I probably did. This is very typical me. I probably was looking at emails and thinking, oh, Jessica's sending about something about recreation committee. In fact, that's exactly what I thought. And then, so I apologize for that, but it all worked out because here we
Yeah.
are.
Yep, I'd love to join.
Yeah, Barbara,
Thank-
I'd like to come too.
Good.
I didn't get those emails from Shutesbury, so I think I got booted off the list somehow.
Oh my goodness.
I know,
Okay.
it happens,
Yeah.
but I'll just confirm. I'll confirm with you by email.
Okay. Well, you don't need to
That's
confirm now.
great.
I know you'll be there. So,
Okay,
yeah. I'm asking all of the participants to fill in. That was something that Graham Sefton gave me when we did the Brightwater Bog Walk. It's a general, and just saying if I fall over and break a leg, I'm not going to sue Shutesbury. So I did send those out, but I don't think we need to fill those in ourselves. Presumably, we are the ones who would be sued. So we're all set. Break a leg. The question I have about, yeah, thank you. I thought that was funny. So the question I have, typically for something like this, we would have one person and we would pay them $250. The one person morphed into 3 people, and I personally am disinclined to give everybody $250. But I just wanted to throw out the option of making it $300. And while it's a small honorarium, it's still a thank you of giving each of them $100. How does that sound?
That sounds fine.
Okay, so we need to have a vote on that. So the honorarium for the Shutesbury Geology will be $300 with $100 going to each of the 3 presenters. So let's see, I'm presenting it. I can never keep my rules.
I'm making that motion.
Thank you. So is anyone seconding the motion? Thank you, Elaine. All right, and so everybody in favor, please raise their hand. Okay, great. So that is what I will do, is the $300. So things are going to go quite quickly. I don't need to worry about not being done. So the next thing is the snowshoes. And Sam did a little research on snowshoes and looked at adult and children sizes at Sam's and at LL Bean's. And at Sam's, the adults are between $150, $300. The kids are $62, but that's a moot point because they've been out of stock. LL Bean, the adults are about $100 to $220, and the children $80 to $110. Just for giggles, I looked at EMS, but all they had were adults and they were quite expensive. So, and I didn't even bother looking at REI. Yeah, Ann?
Sierra Trading Post. Has anyone heard of Sierra Trading Post?
Mhm.
That's where I
Yeah.
got my snowshoes.
Oh,
And I can send you all the link, but I'm looking at it now after I saw Sam's email, and they have kids snowshoes for $30 to $35 and adult ones for, $50 to $70.
That's
So,
where I got mine too.
yeah.
oh, great.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what's the,
Online thing, as opposed to like a store in our area?
Yeah.
yeah, it's online. Sorry, Christine, I didn't hear what you said. Yeah. So I don't know. Should I send someone the link or
Yeah.
it's called Sierra Trading
Oh, yeah,
Post?
we'll be able to find that. Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
The question I would have, two questions. One,
Mhm.
how many sets were you gonna have? And
Okay.
two, where are you gonna store them?
Okay. How many sets? Sam and I haven't talked about this. Have you had thoughts on it? I had some thoughts, but never, not
think
terribly formed.
the number 3 is jumping out in my brain, but I don't like I had a conversation about it, but it's buried in my brain. I feel like it was 3 snowshoes, maybe, or I don't remember.
Mhm.
But Elaine, to answer your question about where, as Marianne suggested, we get them to store at the library and have them in the library of things for people
So
to
people
take
can
out.
check them out. Yeah.
So we would purchase them and the library would own them and take
Basically.
care of them.
Mhm.
Yep.
You look deep in thought about that, Elaine.
Well, my thought is because I'm intimately involved in knowing what the library of things looks like, and I'm worried about how many of them there'll be. I would suggest if we're going to do this, that we start with children's first, because adults who are going to take their kids snowshoeing probably would have snowshoes. And it's the kids that you say, they're here 1 minute and the next minute they're adults, and now I have a set of snowshoes. So I would my suggestion would be to
Mhm.
start small.
Mhm. Okay. I
Okay.
had a different thought. I also think that that sounds like a good idea, especially because you know the storage space, which was suppose a family wanted to go, and I'm going to, so you get 2 adults and say 3 kids, something like that, so that a family would be able to go. But I hadn't thought about that thing that you raised, which is that if they're asking their kids to go, they probably have snowshoes. So there are 2 options out on the table. Thoughts, comments?
I don't know, I like the idea of having some adult ones because there just might be people who haven't ever tried snowshoeing and don't want to buy a pair, and they might not
Right.
have kids. So,
True.
I was going to ask, is this explicitly only for families with young
No,
children?
no,
No.
I was actually just trying to think of what's a maximum number and then price it out so I could see its impact on the budget. And I thought, well, a small family.
Mhm.
We could even just start with one of each,
Mhm.
well, there's a men's, women's, and children's. I don't know if there's a difference between men and women snowshoes, though. The size,
Probably
maybe.
not. Yeah,
Probably not.
I don't know. Well,
But
I priced it out.
two.
Oh, sorry.
Go
Pardon?
ahead.
No,
I
oh,
don't know.
okay.
Oh.
Can I
Did we
say
have a
about
pair?
snowshoes? I think they're generally like rated by weight. So
Right.
Oh,
so you might
see.
just think of like whatever you think of average man size, kid size,
mhm.
woman size, and
So
It's
like
a wide
large,
range,
medium.
though.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a wide range. So, my husband uses mine sometimes in certain conditions, and, they're smaller than his.
Well, I was looking at the budget and this is pretty rough. But we started with 3,000. We gave 1,000 to a library. We gave 80 for the birthday, and Tom Sheeting, we gave about 250, which left us with $1,670. I now don't need to worry about the basketball, but let's just say we want to put something into the basketball. Let's call it 100. And then there's the 300 that goes to the Shutesbury geologist, which leaves us with $1,270. Last year we had it was 600 some dollars at the end of the year we ended up giving to the library.
Mhm.
So I thought, well, we could afford to get, a women's and a men's and say 3 kids size snowshoes without any problem at all. Okay, thumbs up on that. Are we at a point of voting on that, do you think? Or yeah, okay. So I don't want to give an exact dollar number at this point, because we'd have to see. It sounds like Sierra Trading Post is gonna give us, we'll get a better price there, but that we will purchase 2 adult sizes, one and three children. Okay.
So why don't we put a dollar limit on it?
Okay, I would,
You know, like say 500?
well, I had $500 was what I originally budgeted with the Sam's price and the LL Bean price. So,
One more thing on Sam's is they're going to get more inventory. They just don't have it yet.
okay, so if we throw if we were to assume that we're purchasing, let's see, that'd be 120, 420, 500 should do it. So,
I move to spend $500 on a max of $500 on snowshoes.
okay, and Christine second, all those in favor, raise your hand. Thank you, all right, great, okay. And we can go ahead and do that. I know I skipped, oh, where did I put it? Darn it.
What?
The hikes, did I not put it on the agenda? Or did I just not copy it? At any rate, let's do that now. And first I want to start off just saying thank you so much, Jess, for the work that you did on that and the description of the event and your willingness to organize this and reaching out to the Conservation Committee. Some years ago, when I first joined, we reached out to the Conservation Committee, but at the time, there wasn't a lot of movement there. So I was delighted to see that we're going to be doing that again. So I don't know if you want to talk about, you know, sort of what you did and
Sure. Yeah, I reached out to Beth Wilson, who's on the Conservation Commission. She and I did PTO together for years and years as our kids went up. So she was very excited about doing this. And we came out with a whole plan, but the flyer that I sent only has the first 3 months. But we came up with a plan through April, I think, for about 1 hike a month, rotating between Saturdays and Sundays and rotating between 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. so that different people could be involved. We listed out different conservation areas in town and different trails in town and kind of picked which ones seemed safer in the winter or
wow.
we kind of like, you know, went through a whole process. So yeah, we would love to start. I know it's short notice, but we had planned for the first one to be this Sunday, November 2nd, which I realize might be a problem if the geology hikes are rained out because
I don't think it will be.
Okay.
Yeah, because I was looking at, well, first of all, it doesn't rain anymore. And then the extended forecast, which I realize is very iffy, has it stopping like late in the day on Friday. And then, but on Friday, it was just like 1/3 of an inch. So it would just be drizzly. So let's, yeah, we'll
Okay,
but even if it is,
yeah,
who knows whether it would be the same people or not, or just ask them to come along.
yeah. And we've rallied a bunch of our friends who used to do PTO with us too.
Great.
So we already like verbally let people know, hey, we want you to come on this. So Sunday, November 2nd would be the first one at 11 a.m. at the Houston Gauge Trail on Sand Hill Road. And she recommended that we carpool there. So I've asked the school if we can park here and park here at 10:45 and carpool over there. Then the next one would be Sunday, December 14th at 1 p.m. at the Brushy Mountain Trail. She said some people just started logging there. So I was going to just reach out to them to see where they would be so we could avoid that area. But that should be great. And then we wanted to do a New Year's Day one because that's a big thing with people starting their exercise regimens on New Year's Day. So we thought Thursday, January 1st at Brightwater Bog at 11 would be a great one too. So, and I'm happy to hike in the rain, but I know not everybody is. So we said heavy rain will cancel, but otherwise we'll go. if it's just
Great.
family. So yeah, so hopefully we can vote on that today, and there's a
Yes.
flyer. I can put it in the school newsletter on Friday. And any way that we can get the word out. I think Sam said she could send a blurb.
Yeah, on the town announce, yeah.
on the town
You
announce.
wrote that really nice blurb in your email,
Yeah.
so that we can just send that off.
Mhm.
And I don't know, I think you said, is that going to work out okay for you, Sam, to send that out after the meeting? Yeah, okay, good. All right. Yeah, because I realized I was getting all enthusiastic. I thought, oh, we have to vote. My guess is that it's not going to have a huge impact on how many people sign up, because most of the signups come within 2 days of the town announce.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like if somebody does not sign up for an event within 2 days, they're going to be on the waiting list.
Yeah, I didn't even know if we needed people to sign up for this, because
Oh, you
really
probably, yeah.
as many people can go as can go.
Yeah.
So it's not like, unless we want them to sign those waivers that you were talking about.
No. This was, my comment about that was more just to say that people want to go on these things. And
Mhm.
so, it's just that, and that's the data that I have, and my guess is it'll be similar. People really enjoy the community of getting together with neighbors and walking.
Yeah,
A great way
Um,
to meet people.
right. And I feel like I had another question. Oh, I was getting overzealous too, not really thinking about how this all works, because I haven't been on a town committee. So I also wasn't sure what I was allowed to like email to the group, and I don't want to break any open meeting laws.
You're right.
So-
Well, without Elaine, I would be in jail right now. Okay. Because when I started, I didn't know anything. And that should probably not have been taped, but try to prove it now. But so I will you can send something out, but you can't have any discussion about it at all. So you couldn't send something out and say, let me know whether or not you think this is a good idea. That anything like that has to stay in the meeting, any vote. So you can't do anything that basically would be considered private.
But what you can do is one of you chairs can send it out and ask people to give feedback just to you.
Right.
And then we can discuss it in open meeting.
Yeah, and so that we have done. It took me a long time to kind of completely grasp that concept, but yeah, it just, yeah, does that help? I bet it
Yeah.
does. Yeah.
I had another question though that kind of goes with the hikes, but is a
Mhm.
little bit different. Because I was thinking about the conversation at the special town meeting about the dangerous roads, and I was thinking about hiking in Shutesbury during hunting season, and wondering if and when to bring up a suggestion of purchasing like fluorescent vests for people to use
Idea.
throughout town too. But I don't know
Mhm.
where that comes in. Like, is that something we would have to put on a different agenda to discuss at a later date? Or is it something we can kind of think about for discussing next time? I'm not quite sure.
Well, I personally, I keep leaping in but I think that's a great idea to have them and have them available for people. And what we don't know is how many people at this point. So we don't really need to vote on it quite yet, but we could see how many people come to this next one, how many come to the ones in December, and then think at that point about how many we need to get. Yeah, Anne?
I know Elaine sometimes hikes in the same woods as me. I just would say during deer season with shotguns, do not hike except for on Sunday. I mean, the hunters are in there, and I just don't know. And that's fine. They're allowed to be, but why risk it? So maybe for
Yep.
the high hunting seasons, just have the hikes be on Sunday. That would be
Yeah.
my
Beth and
suggestion.
I took that into account when we were making our
Yeah.
plan. We did the
Yeah.
next couple on Sundays.
And Jess, this sounds great. And I had two questions for you. One is, did you send that flyer to all of us? Did I miss that too? No.
Mm,
Okay.
No.
Right, I was
No,
like-
it was sent
and
to,
then-
no, you did not. It was sent to
Okay.
Sam and me to do a town
Okay.
announce.
Got it.
And
Okay.
then I realized, oh, we have to wait and discuss it here first. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then my other question is, what is the policy about bringing dogs on these hikes?
Oh, that's a great question. I was going to put on the flyer, dogs on leashes welcome, or well-behaved dogs on leashes, or somehow make it funny and say well-behaved kids and dogs on leashes are welcome. But I didn't put that on because I'm not sure how many people would want that. And I ran into a woman the other day who was deathly afraid of my miniature golden doodle, who is a trained therapy dog, and this woman was very afraid of him. So it made me like second think that whole thing. So I don't know. If people show up with dogs, I guess I would just ask them to keep them on a leash and be cognizant of anyone who might be afraid of dogs. But I don't want to put out there that dogs are welcome necessarily to encourage people to bring their dogs. Does that make sense?
Mhm. Yeah, I just ran into the same thing with the geology thing because somebody wrote and asked if they could bring their dog. And there's going to be like about 20 plus people, not counting the presenters. And I don't know whether there are people in there who are afraid of dogs or not. So I just wrote back and said no. And I think on the walks, I can't think of an instance where there has been a dog. So I don't know how
Yeah.
I mean, one thing would be just check in with people who show up.
Yeah.
Start off with no dogs and then see if it's going to be an issue. You have time to work it out over different hikes.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. I know the dog thing is a hard one. I had a neighbor who had just a darling little dog, and I went down to pet it, and it went. Fortunately, it was winter, and I had my ski gloves on, and so the teeth didn't go all the way through. And the whole time, the man is saying, "Oh, Poopsie, we don't do that, do we?" And I'm like, "Yes, we do." Apparently, I'm standing right here, but it's it can be difficult for all kinds of reasons. So it isn't really an answer of whether to have dogs or not, but just kind of feel your way along with it.
Yeah. I think that's probably the best way to go because I try to be very aware of like students here that might be afraid of dogs. And of course, they've all gotten to know Freddie and they're like great with him now. But I always put him on a leash, when I see people on trails or whatever, because I know he's not going to do anything, but I don't want to scare people. I don't want to turn people
Right.
off from dogs if they're
Right.
nervous about it. So yeah, I think we'll play it by ear. Is
Okay.
that a good enough question, a good enough answer?
I think so.
Okay.
So we just need to vote on this as a program, which is that the Recreation Committee will be supporting weekly hike meetups. Is that what are you calling them?
Monthly.
Monthly. I'm sorry, did I say weekly? Monthly hike meetups.
Do you want me to share the flyer on Zoom? Do I have the
Sure.
ability to share? Let's see.
Yeah, sure.
I think I'd have to make her host,
Oh.
don't I?
I
can share
think
it.
so.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, you do.
Oh, I don't have to share it.
Yeah, you described it really well.
Yeah.
I
It
I
basically
have the
the
email
flyer.
queued up.
What?
I have the email queued.
Oh, that's right, you have the
I have
email.
the email queued and ready to go for as
All
soon
right.
as we go.
I wonder if my computer won't let me do it either because of the school. I'm on my school computer, so
Mm. Oh, that could be. Yeah.
Oh, can I turn this on? Let's see. Oh no, now I need my other password. Yeah, I won't be able to do it right now.
Okay.
Sorry.
Sam, are you able to get it up using the email? I don't think it's a major issue if not, because you really described it very well.
And Beth said the Conservation Commission has been talking about this too, and
For years.
that it was helpful that they got a little nudge to do it because
Mhm.
they've been talking about trying to plan hikes and yeah, I think this is a great collab. It'll be good. And Beth is very helpful in terms of talking about the conservation areas and has a lot of information about the areas, so that was helpful too.
Ah,
You guys see it?
yeah. I mean, this just looks so great. Unfortunately, the town announced we can't, only allows simple script, but this is
Mhm.
really nice for posting.
Yeah. So we
Oh,
could
who made
post, can
this
we post on
flyer?
Nextdoor as well?
Mm-hmm.
Can we post on what?
Nextdoor.
Yeah, Elaine,
Yep.
what's your, that's
Sure.
fine. Yeah, yep, absolutely then.
As the recreation committee, sure.
Okay. That's really nicely done. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, and then this is the text that will go in the town announce. There, and we're back. Okay, so I move that the Recreation Committee vote to offer and support the monthly hike meetups. Is there a second? Okay, all those in favor, raise your hand. And that's unanimous, and we'll get that, or we, the royal we, Sam, well, thank you so much, get that out on a town announce.
And Annie, make sure you tell Walter because he's been asking.
I will. Thanks.
Good. Is Walter your husband?
He's
your-
my son.
Oh, he's your son. Oh, okay. Oh, that's great. So we'll have
Yeah.
young people as well. Okay. Okay, so the Stitch-In group has now met twice in this for this knitting year, and or stitching year, and it's been just really pleasant. And I was so happy to see you there, Jessica, and just people do all kinds of different things, and I learned so much being there. So it will continue on every other week. I don't know who proposed that we do it from 9 to 11 rather than 9 to 12. Bless you. Because, because 9 to 12, I mean, I loved the company and stuff, but it was just, every other week showing up 9 to 12 was got to be a bit much sometimes. So when I realized it was 9 to 11, I just was like ecstatic. It's nice to get home a little earlier. And it's still plenty of time to, stitch and talk. So the reason that I'm bringing it up, one of the reasons I'm bringing it up here is that the idea came up, I think, I can't remember whether it was talked about in here, but within the stitching group, and then it sort of morphed out of the stitching group to do something, to make something for the library. And it started with a conversation, not this last time, but the previous time that we met, about stitching bees and about, creating something together. This time it didn't come up at all. People are doing all kinds of different things and their own things. And I think this is only going to be a go if there's somebody from the group or among us who wants to step forward and coordinate something. I think someone had suggested doing something for the opening, but I don't see that happening by the time of the opening. So I think it may be something for the stitching group to think about in terms of whether we want to do some kind of real hodgepodge of all the different types of things that people do. But that's kind of where I see it right now. Without somebody who's going to coordinate it and really kind of bring all the pieces together, I don't see how it's going to happen.
I don't understand what you're talking about.
There was an idea to make something that could be hung on the wall, or, just something commemorating the new library. And the idea came up in the group, and then somehow it morphed outside the group. So I would hear other people talking about it. But to do something like that, so, people talk about, making, if lots of people did little squares of things, they could get hung up on the wall, like the tiles in the elementary school, that we could make a quilt that would hang on the wall. I mean, there were various ideas about things that a group could make, but nobody really wants to take it on. So the fact that you don't know what we're talking about actually is good, because it suggests that this idea hasn't morphed too far. but because it needs somebody who can coordinate it. And I'm guessing that nobody here is gonna, I shouldn't say, I guess, does anybody here want to explore that and work with the group on it? Okay, I just want to knit my sweater, so I've got fairly, yeah, and Jessica, your your fingerless gloves. So yeah, okay. I mean, if it comes up again, and if there's somebody who really wants to do it, then I would suggest that the role that the Recreation Committee play would be one of just sponsoring it, but not actually organizing it. So if somebody really does have the wherewithal to put something together, say to make a quilt, and Mary Ann says, yes, that would be really nice to have a quilt that commemorates the library hanging on the wall. You know, we could help with the expenses related to that, but I don't see the committee having any role beyond that. Okay. And now trivia night, Anne. Ooh, yeah.
I am so excited about trivia night. So Jessica, I think this was before you joined the committee. So apologies if you were already here, but we were talking about trying to think of things to do in the winter time that are inside that would still be really fun. And so I thought it would be really great to do a trivia night. So I've just been thinking about it, and Barbara did email me without violating any open meeting laws saying that she would be interested in helping. I would imagine, so the idea is that people would form teams and the teams would come, and I would love to MC it with some help. And we would do maybe 3 rounds on different themes. And so an obvious first one would be to do a Shutesbury one. And I thought I could reach out to Mateo, who's always posting things and has interesting artifacts. So you can make it really multimedia. You can have it so every round has say 7 questions. 2 are easy, 2 are medium, 2 are difficult, and one's like a wild card. You keep score. You would want to have some prizes. They don't have to be expensive prizes. They could be quirky. They could be Shutesbury swag. They could be a gift card. You know, we could talk about that. But Barbara, when you were talking about budget before, I thought that was something that could be in the budget.
Yeah.
I also thought this, you know, if we wanted to open it to people who are under the age of 21, and I would think that we would, then, you know, because a lot of times trivia contests like this take place at bars. So we would want to wait till the new library's open. So that's something for us to discuss, you know, because I guess we could talk to the Shutesbury Athletic Club too, to see if we could do it there. But I just think of it as just being something really fun, like fun competition. I had some other ideas, like we could do a really fun round if it was, we're going to be commemorating the new library for the next 30 years, I think. But we could do a really fun round just on libraries, not necessarily on our library, but just libraries in general. So anyway, I think it would be really fun. And I just like the idea of doing something that's very lively, that's kind of silly, but you know, brings maybe some people out who maybe would come out to a lot of things, but maybe not. So that's what I have for now. So I guess the idea is anyone else interested? Because per Barbara and Sam's rules, which I totally agree with, we need at least one other person on the committee to agree to.
We
help
have
do
2.
that.
We have you and me.
Okay, I didn't want to, so you're still in.
Oh, I'm definitely in, but I know that there's somebody else here who's also in, but I'm not going to say anything. They're going to have
Ooh.
to out themselves.
Who else is interested?
I'm not going to say.
I just asked. No.
Oh, I see. Oh, I see.
I'd be interested in helping
Yeah,
too.
that's
I used to bartend at the Shutesbury Athletic Club when they had trivia nights there in the past for different fundraisers, and the PTO did one at one point, and it was great. So yeah, I would definitely be into helping with that.
Yeah, and so that's one thing to talk about. That's great. It is like where to have it. And I guess, you know, thinking about timing, I do want to say this isn't on the agenda, but I'm also really interested in this idea of competitive jigsaw puzzle.
Me too. Me too. I was going to bring that up under other. I think that's great. Yeah.
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 And I will be doing some research at a local brewery in the coming month to learn more about that. But the idea is that you have a team and you have 2 hours to put together a jigsaw puzzle. That one might be aided by the fact that it's at a brewery.
Can I say something about that?
Yeah.
Can you hear me? I think the library got a grant already to get, and they got like 4 of the same puzzle or something for that exact reason.
Really? Great.
Right,
Great.
so we can help with
And
it.
Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah.
that seems like a collaboration opportunity.
Great.
So I'm going to put you on the spot just a little bit, Annie, because you looked enthusiastic about trivia and the jigsaw puzzles. So that's the recreation committee. Oh, I think you're muted. Yeah.
Sorry, my iPad here is tricky. No, I thought they sounded like good ideas. I don't, do you want me to say something about them?
No,
or-
no,
Okay,
absolutely not.
okay.
I was just putting you on the spot. That's all.
Yeah, no, I thought they sounded like fun. I don't know what I'm allowed to do as a guest, so I'm just sitting here watching. So,
Yeah. Well, these are hopefully enticements to join.
yeah.
Yeah, Christine?
I just want to say my internet keeps freezing, so I may be missing things that are being said, but I
Okay.
just want to say that I would be happy to help with trivia night
Wow, great.
or the puzzle thing
Oops, you just froze.
to
I
include
know.
actual children is something to think about carefully. I mean, first of all, I do associate these things as happening in bars, I guess, so that's a thing. And it seems sort of fun for adults. I mean, actual small children, I don't see competing with adults in trivia in particular. And I mean, I can't imagine that too many like college age people would even come.
Mm-mm.
You know, people who are under 21, but more or less
Mhm.
adults. I don't know. It just seems like it is more of an adult.
I'm glad you brought that
Yeah.
up, Christine, because it is something that I thought it would be helpful for us to discuss. I mean, when Sam brought that up too about the library buying the puzzles, it could be that the puzzle making is something that might be more family oriented. I'm curious to hear what people have to say about, you know, their input. So I appreciate that, Christine, on, you know, whether it's adults, whether it's, you know, 12 and up or, you know, whatever.
You know, we don't have to have it be exclusively one time. We could have a trivia night that would be more kid oriented, different books that are young adult books or TV shows or things that they're doing at school, different things like that, that would be more trivia night for them or trivia afternoon, you know, like a Sunday afternoon in the winter when there's nothing for them to do, you know, and it's whatever that they don't want to be outside. That would be a great time for a trivia night for kids, whereas trivia night for adults could be at the AC and more just for adults.
Mhm.
And when
That's a
my
great idea.
Yeah, I think that's also what I was thinking, that they'd be kind of separate. And I, when my family did the competitive puzzle making that was sponsored by the town of Greenfield as part of their winter carnival, we did it a few years in a row, and it was done online. You would have to pick up the puzzle, which would be wrapped in brown paper the week before, and swear, you know, and sign something that you would not open it. And then you open it, you have to open it on camera and you do it. Anyway, but I'm gathering you're thinking to do it in person. Everybody's together.
That was my initial thought, Christine. I mean, you know, just full disclosure, some of you know, I work remotely, so I am absolutely have zero interest in doing anything else on Zoom. But I'm totally open to it if people think that's a great idea.
I'd love to have it in person.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds fun.
Well, great.
I was just going to add in too that I don't know, maybe Annie and Sam can speak to the parents that are at the school these days, but when the PTO had a trivia night, parents were very happy to leave kids at home and to meet at the AC. And if it was
great.
only one parent who was on a team with other parents, like it was, people thought of it as like a night out. So it
Great.
it wasn't disappointing for parents to not have to not bring their kids.
Excellent
just-
input. Yeah, and so that's great. Thanks for that input. I don't know too what about timing, you know. It already feels like November 1st is right around the corner and all of a sudden we're in holiday mode. So I don't know if this is something for 2026. I don't know if people have Elaine saying yes. It just I feel like when you get into November and December, it's just too busy.
Well,
Jessica,
February is the most miserable month. It's the shortest month and the longest month. And so that's perfect for something like this. Just, have some fun. Yeah, but it is a horrible month. Objective fact. Start snowing cold, end snowing cold. So, but I was thinking February might not be a bad kind of thinking about that. It gives us enough of the time to plan it. It would be great if Mateo got involved, especially with the history part. I love the idea about using libraries as a set of questions.
it's also going to be the Olympics.
Ooh, okay.
Got to get your, sports culture,
Mhm.
Mhm.
and then nonsense category or whatever, but sports culture, history, nonsense.
Yeah.
So, okay. So Barbara, what are the next steps to this subcommit? Can
I
subcommittee?
think well, let's see, let's ask the expert, Elaine. Can a subcommittee, once we've done this, it seems to me we can plan it. We're just not making decisions about it. Is that correct, Elaine? We can plan the event?
Sure.
Yeah, it's like not like
But
we're gonna,
nobody's
where the
gonna
cops are
arrest
gonna come
us.
and surround
No
the
one
house.
is
Yeah.
going to arrest us. No one comes to our meetings and polices us. No one's asked us for a FORI. We're pretty good, I think.
That's what I thought. It's just,
I think
If
we're
they
just-
did arrest us, it could become a trivia question.
There you go.
there you go. Oh,
But I
golly.
didn't say that on record.
No, you didn't say
I didn't
anything.
hear anything from you, Elaine. You've been
No.
so quiet.
Yeah, it was that little doll that looks just like you that you wind up. That's on the record. Well, thank you, Anne, so much for bringing your enthusiasm for this idea here, and because it sounds like something that we'll be able to pull together and it'll be a lot of fun. Okay, so should we just do a quick vote, making the trivia night that's going to be in our program lineup with some amount of budget applied to it, but we don't know exactly what that is. We can figure that out later. So proposal is that the Recreation Committee sponsor a trivia night to be held either at the SAC or at the library.
Mhm.
So that's okay. And second on that, we moved it. And then all those in favor. We are wow. I'm trying to think if we've ever had a controversial issue. I think we probably have, but but usually everybody puts their hands up. So non-controversial. Another thing that's on the agenda, but because it's 4:54, I'm not gonna push it unless somebody leaps up and says, yes, I want to do it. Christine has been the secretary for this group for what, 50 years? Somewhere in that
Yeah.
vicinity. Okay. That's
Since
what I
she
thought.
learned how to write.
She learned how to write. And Christine is definitely ready to not be doing this anymore. So if someone else would be interested and willing and to pick up the job, that would be wonderful. And my understanding, and I'll get Anne to show me this, that I haven't learned there's a way to get things recorded or printed. Anyway, if you can show me that at some point, that'll make the job for whoever's secretary even easier, as I understand it, because it's recording what's going on.
Yeah, we use AI Companion for the personnel board to do the
Okay.
minutes. And so it will give you a summary at the end, and then someone just has to check it because every once in a while there is something that's inaccurate. But I think
Okay.
what's nice about it, Christine is always so good about this, but the couple times I've taken minutes, it's very hard to participate. And so
Okay.
AI could be useful in this situation.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. That looks like it's worth looking into. So we'll just put it out there, Christine is ready to retire. And I don't know whether or not the, doing the AI companion would make it much easier, but we'll, kind of see anyway until there's somebody else, make it as easy on you as we possibly can. So is there
I have a-
anything? Hmm?
I have a quick question. There's someone in the waiting room. I'm guessing there's a meeting after this. So
Okay.
should I not let them in? How does that work?
Well, that's a good question because I didn't think that there was a conflict in terms of the meetings. You can let them in, but then I actually have to get off now. You can just pretend you don't see it because we're.
No, let them in. Let them in because they might be trying to tell you something.
Oh,
Okay.
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 Easy.
It could be easy.
It's Beezy. Is it Beezy or Eric? Are you thinking you're
Hi.
in another meeting?
It looks like the select board is meeting at 5.
Oh,
okay,
okay.
yeah.
That's
Okay.
I was, there we go.
Well, I'm gonna leave. Sam's gonna officially end it. So, are
I
we?
make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Okay, second. All right, all those in favor? And as always, it was wonderful to see you all. And thank you, Annie, so much for being here. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks.